All right, my name is Jack Howarth, and I'm going to be selling Air Jordan football equipment to the University of Michigan. So here we go.
Come in.
Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Hey, Jack. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm very good.
Great. I appreciate the opportunity to finally meet with you face to face after all those phone calls.
Yeah, no problem. So I'm looking forward to this.
It's my first time in Ann Arbor, so I've been looking forward to it as well.
Oh, yeah? First time? How do you like the weather?
Weather's not great, but hey, we get used to it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Michigan men. So, how did you get into this line of work?
Well, I've been coaching for a very long time. And after bouncing around defensive coordinator positions all around the country, most recently at Plymouth State, I finally got a head coaching offer at University of Michigan. It's too good to turn down.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been a huge Michigan fan ever since the Charles Woodson and going into the Tom Brady days. So you can imagine how fun this is for me. And not to mention the fact that I'm a former Plymouth State Panther as well. I played football there for a couple of years.
Oh, wow. Well, maybe if this meeting goes well, I might just have to show you around the big house.
Sure.
Well, it's always nice to meet former Panthers as well, and as like anywhere around the country a lot, it's nice to see alumni.
Yeah.
How did Plymouth State do last season?
They had a good season last year. They went 6-4. Actually started off 4-0, and then just some missed opportunities down the stretch. But an extremely bright future with some great young guys. But I will say, I'll definitely have to take you up on that offer because I've always wanted to see the big house in person.
That's awesome to hear, Jack. Plymouth is a special place, and I have some great memories from there that will last with me forever.
Well, you ran some great defense up there, so I'm not surprised. What I really can't wait for is to watch Michigan beat Ohio State next year.
Yeah, it's going to be a good battle. We're looking forward. We're working hard for it. It's a new season, and we have some high expectations.
Absolutely. So just as far as today goes, I'd like to set an agenda just since this is our first meeting. Does that sound right?
I think that sounds like a good idea.
All right. So first, I'd like to ask you a few questions about your current uniform and apparel supply, and then I'll introduce our product with time for questions at the end. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds great. Let's get it going.
All right. Perfect. So who is your current uniform and apparel supplier?
So we're currently using Under Armour as our supplier.
Under Armour.
Yeah.
And how's that going for you and the players?
Well, the material is comfortable for the most part, but I've had some players complain that the cleats run too small. Some players say they get blisters, and we have had a lot of guys roll their ankles.
Okay, so you're having issues with ankle support and with fit in the cleats?
Yeah.
All right. What do you like about Under Armour?
Well, we play in cold temperature. We have some cold games up here, and they have some really good cold gear.
Absolutely. How do you think the negative issues affect your team? Do they have a severe impact?
I'm a firm believer that if you look good and feel good, you're going to play like it. So when I hear my guys complaining that their feet hurt, or they're rolling ankles, or that they don't like the look of the uniforms, those are all red flags to me.
Absolutely. So if you were to rate your current supplier on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being unbearable and 10 being outstanding, where do you think you rate it?
Well, if 10 is unbearable, or if 1 is unbearable and 10 is outstanding,
yeah,
I would say that we are around 6.5 right now.
Okay. And what do you need to make it a 10? I guess, in other words, what can I do to help you get a win today?
Well, Jack, I need a cleat with better ankle support for my big, skilled line players. I need a better fit all across the board and a slick, stylish look to go along with it.
All right, so you're looking for a cleat, just to clarify, you're looking for cleats that fit perfectly with a lot of ankle and arch support and also high fashion, high style?
Yep, that's correct.
All right. So you did mention that fit was an issue. Would you say that it was too narrow, too small, too large? What was the exact problem?
The cleats they're running too narrow.
Too narrow?
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of guys get turf toe last season?
I think we had about 2 or 3.
2 or 3?
I don't know.
That seems like a lot. What I have found is that the narrow cleats, if they are too narrow for the foot, it can put a lot more pressure on the ligaments, so it can cause turf toe. So in the future, if you're looking for a custom fit, I think that would be a huge help to your team.
All right.
How else could Nike and Jordan benefit your team?
Well, Nike has dominated athletic performance market for years now. I really like the product they have. I think it will help us out a lot. And Jordan being having such a strong brand recognition, I think that could help us in recruiting new players and top talent. And of course, this is a big decision for me and for the whole Michigan, and I'd like to learn some more about it.
Absolutely. So without further ado, I'd like to present my product to you. I do have some renderings, some artist renderings of what the product could look like in the future that we made down at the headquarters for Air Jordan. So we take a look at that. You see that it's not a huge jump man in the front of the uniform. It's not all you can see. I know that Michigan has this iconic history of the block M, the three stripes on the helmet, the maize and blue. These are all things that you don't want to sacrifice in your team because that's what's going to bring in players. So what I'm looking for is more of a symbiotic relationship. We want to build off of what you have, two strong brands together. So it's been a goal of ours for a while now at Air Jordan to partner with the college football team. I think that the fact that we have already established one of the strongest and most recognizable brands in sports will serve as an excellent foundation as we extend into uncharted territory. Obviously, the Air Jordan logo has been nothing short of iconic for the past 20 years. I think it's safe to say that having the Jumpman logo on your jerseys would be a smash hit for current players, alumni, as well as recruits for the future. We do have a unique situation, I think, being a satellite branch of Nike. We have the same dry fit technology that's worked so well for so many different athletes. We have it for the jerseys and for the workout clothes. So your players will be comfortable, looking good, and feeling good when they're playing and lifting and getting their workouts in the off-season. As far as the cleats go, we do offer 3 different types of cleats. We have the low top for high mobilities for your skill guys, your wide receivers, and your running backs. We have the mid tops for the big skill guys, for your linebackers, your DNs, your tight ends. And then we do have high tops for increased ankle support for your line players. We do also offer custom fit. So we have your players come in August, we get them measured and get them fit with a custom pair of cleats, and we'll have them set for the rest of the season. Another thing that I think we do have that's extremely strong resource is our endorsements. We have from Derek Jeter, Tom Brady, Charles Woodson. I think these could be used not only as great recruiting tools, but also great potential guest speakers for your guys. And at the end of the day, we want to bring to you the best performance possible, as well as the best looking. So you look great in the field, you're going to perform great. And really, we want to merge these 2 iconic brands, and really just seems like a win-win to me. So after hearing all of this, what is your reaction?
Well, I'm hearing some good arguments. You got some pretty good opinions. There's some great ideas here.
How do you feel about the product so far?
Well, I really like the product actually. I love the endorsements, and obviously the style factor is huge. My main concern though is the fact that we would be your first college football team sponsor. And as an up-and-coming team with such a legendary history, the last thing we need is something to hurt our brand. This is a big move because it's never been done before.
Right.
And I also have to think about the boosters too, because they play a huge role here in Michigan.
Definitely. So you're not concerned with the overall quality of the material. You're more concerned with the brand.
Yeah, I think I'm more concerned with the risk factor associated with sponsoring a company with a lot of experience in the sport. I think that the quality itself is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. What I do know is that Air Jordan's reputation of quality and performance is undoubtable. I think that if we dive in this together, there will be little to no risk at all as far as experience goes. But I do feel that we made some great progress today. What I'll ask is there anyone here who's not here now who could benefit from being here?
Definitely. Our athletic director, Ward Manuel, he definitely would like to be here the next time that we see each other. And, I would love to have the chance to meet with both of you. How does, next Wednesday maybe at 4 sound?
That sounds great. Sounds perfect to me. I'll be in touch. And next Wednesday at 4. And now let's go take that tour of the big house.
All right, let's go.
All right, great.